Hi there, welcome to Kneppy Invest. It has been boring over the past 2 weeks on the ASX. Not only have we seen the market down because of public holidays, and I absolutely hate that. I hope or wished the ASX was open 365 days a year, but that's just probably me, and probably some of those traders do need a couple of days off a week and a few weeks off in a year. But I just wish the market was open all the time because I just love doing this sort of thing. And another reason why it has been boring on the ASX the last few weeks is just a lack of announcements. It does seem like most companies are on leave now, if not the companies, the management of the companies. So we haven't really seen any exciting announcements from companies. A few out there, but not many. Not only that, we are in January and we should start seeing Appendix 4Cs and 5Bs being released. And I have only seen 2 be released, one of each. So hopefully we'll see more of those quarterly reports being released in the next few days. In fact, tomorrow is the last trading day of the week, the 13th. So hopefully from next week, we'll see a plethora of these quarterly reports being released. However, on the 12th of January, 2023, which is a Thursday, there were 2 interesting trading updates released by 2 companies I am following. One company I started following in the past week. One of these trading updates was positive, and the other trading update was negative, and the market has reacted as you probably would think, with the share price increasing by about 10% for the positive trading update and falling by over 10% for the negative trading update. So let's get stuck into it, and we'll have a look at the first company which actually released a negative trading update. Before I talk about MA Financial Group, I should mention that I was planning on releasing a video on Karoon Energy today. I have delayed the release of that video because of this unplanned video. And then on Sunday, the 15th of January, I will release a technical update video on that day. And then I have quite a few videos planned for next week as well. But I am quite busy over the next week and a half. I actually have about 7 or 8 shifts in the next 2 weeks, which is busy for me because sometimes I don't work at all during a 2-week period. So very busy the next 2 weeks, and then I won't be busy for the following 2 weeks after that. I do actually have no work at all from, I think it's the 27th of January to the 13th of February, no work. So I do plan to do more videos, but hopefully I'll be able to release at least 1 video a day with a couple of breaks in there over the next 2 weeks. Anyway, that's my plans for the next few weeks. So Karoon Energy tomorrow, technical update video on Sunday. Now on to MA Financial Group. Now, I have heard about this company a few times in the past, and I believe, I could be mistaken, but I have a feeling MA Financial Group used to be called Moelis Australia, Moelis, because it was joint venture with Moelis USA. I could be pronouncing Moelis wrong. And then they just changed the name to MA Financial Group. This company is growing at a pretty good quick rate. And one of the other reasons I've heard about this company is because they've been compared in a favorable light to Macquarie Bank. In fact, I heard this company being described as a mini Macquarie Bank. Now, some of what they do include asset management, lending, corporate advisory, and equities. So this was a profit downgrade because they were expecting earnings per share to be between 30% and 40% higher in financial year 22. And now they only expect earnings per share to be between 28 and 30% higher. So that is a slight decrease on their previous guidance, but still that's pretty good growth, between 28 and 30% growth in earnings per share. But the market doesn't care about growth. Well, they care about growth, but the market mostly cares about changes to guidance. So if the guidance is if the new numbers exceed previous guidance, the share price of the company will be rewarded. You're going to see a pop up in the share price. And if the complete opposite happens, if there is a change to guidance on the downside, if it's a profit downgrade, the share price of the company will be absolutely pounded. And MA Financial Group share price fell by over 10% today. But this does lead to opportunities to buy into possibly quality companies at better valuations. And that's what I'm thinking about with MA Financial. If they achieve this sort of growth rate between 28 and 30% and maintain that growth rate in the future, this company is looking like it could be good value right now because the P ratio is around about 20 to 22 and they have a dividend yield of about 3.5%. And in the rest of the commentary in this announcement, it seems like the company is growing at a nice rate. Not only that, the reason behind this profit downgrade is simply because of delayed revenue. Some revenue they were expecting in this half have been delayed to the next half. So they're still getting that revenue. They're still going to get that profit, but it's just going to be delayed a little bit. They also mentioned that assets under management up 13% to 7.8 billion. And the other thing I should also mention is the share price is down 49% in the past year. So the share price has almost halved from 1 year ago. So there are some things to like about this company. So even though the share price has been battered by the market, I think this could be leading to an opportunity to buy into this company at better valuations. Now let's have a look at a chart. And in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I mean, we could have a debate about this all day long. If you don't look at charts, you're actually investing with one eye closed. So I really like it when some analysis experts disparage charting. I think one of them, I won't say his name, compared charting to astrology. And that's pretty clear to me that he has absolutely zero understanding the benefits of looking at charts, because really the movement of share price is all based off psychology and sentiment. Just look at MI Financial Group share price over the past year. Actually, this goes back to October 2021. It's fairly easy to see that there is negative sentiment in this company right now. Share price has decreased from about $10. Yes, $10 in the start of 2022 to a current share price of around about $4.42. But it has looked like over the past, say, 4 or 5 months, it does look like the sentiment is trying to shift back to being positive. It's trying to get there, but I'll still say there is a little bit of negative sentiment still in this company's share price. Share price is not in an uptrend, is not really consolidating just yet, but the share price and the valuation of this company is starting to look more interesting, particularly the valuation. And with a PE ratio of about 20, for the type of growth this company is experiencing, I would expect value investors, particularly those who are looking at growth companies, to see an opportunity to buy into this company at these lower share prices. And that's why I think if the share price gets down to, say, $3.60, like it did in October, that would be representing really good value for this company. Now to the company that released a positive trading update. And we know this is positive without even looking at the commentary by the market reaction. Share price rose 10%. We'll have a look at the chart in the next slide. Now, the share price of this company and the valuation of Integrated Research has come down a lot over the past few years. In fact, just over 2 years ago, in July 2020, the share price of Integrated Research was $5, and right now it's at 55 cents. So the share price has fallen by about 90% over the past 2 and a bit years. The market cap right now is just below $100 million. And over the past year, the share price has dropped 52%. So just remember that market cap, just below $100 million. Now let's have a look at their interim results. So this was an interim results, sort of like a trading update as well. So these are their numbers to the end of 31st December 2022 compared to the previous corresponding video. Total contract value up between 14 and 23%. Statutory revenue up between 11 and 21%. Pro forma revenue down between 5 and 12%. EBITDA up between 15 and 30%. 7.8 to 8.8. So if you compare that to the market cap, again, this company is looking intriguing right now in terms of the valuation, particularly if the company is turning things around. And when you look at the commentary, particularly talking about the CEO, John Ruthven, he's sounding a little bit more positive. So he mentions here, while it is early days, we are pleased with the progress made during the first half, and note that confidence appears to be returning to the market. So much more positive sort of wording within the commentary of this announcement. So it's no surprise that based off these interim results and this trading update, the share price has increased 10% on the 12th of January. And in fact, the share price rose exactly 10%, increasing from 50 cents to 55 cents. At one point today, the share price, I think, did reach a high of 58.5 cents. I was going to take a nibble. If the share price fell to 54.5 cents, within the last 2 or 3 hours of trading, I would be a shareholder of this company right now. But this chart is starting to look more interesting. Share price had been a downtrend for about 2 years falling all the way down to 32.5 cents in November. Then we saw a really big update in November. Share price increased by something like 30 to 35%. And even though we did see that big update, we didn't see much selling afterwards. So that is telling me that there was a bit of strength on that day. Not only a bit of strength, there wasn't a lot of sellers coming in, unloading their positions. Or if there was enough demand for shares to take aboard or buy into or buy that supply. Then we did see a little bit of a dip in the share price, but fairly low volume, down to about 44, 43 cents. And then we did see a little bit of a rally in the share price leading up to this particular trading update. So if we look at where the share price is right now, it's hovering around the levels we saw back towards the end of November and the start of December. So there is a little bit of resistance here, because there would have been some shareholders who bought at that level a few months ago who think this company is a dog stock, because then the share price fell. And most investors right now, if they see the share price fall of a company they just bought into, automatically think that company is a dog stock. Not only that, if we go back to August, that is the last time we saw the share price get back up here and then fall away. So there is a lot of resistance at this level because of those highs we saw back in August and then also towards the end of November. If the share price got above, say, 65 cents, it's all go, all green light for this company. And that's when I would call the shift in sentiment for this company and a change in the trend in the share price. So things are looking much more promising for Integrated Research. I think just based off the expected turnaround in the company, based off the positive sentiment displayed by the CEO, I think this is attractively valued right now without even looking at the chart. So that is why I was thinking of taking a nibble today. Maybe I'll buy some shares tomorrow. I just don't know at this point in time. So I've been following this company for about 2 years, just waiting for signs of a turnaround. And I think we are getting those signs right now. So that's all I have for this unplanned video today, looking at 2 trading updates, one positive, one negative. Share price of both companies rose or fell by about 10% or just over 10%. And that is what happens if you do release a positive or negative trading update. So we're going to see more of these trading updates over the next few weeks, I expect, as we move into half year and full year reporting season in February. And over the next few weeks, we also should be expecting a plethora of Appendix 4Cs, 5Bs, quarter reports from mining companies as well. I think today we saw one from Gold Road and the share price was down like 3 or 4%. So the market received Gold Road's quarter report a little bit negatively. So if you do have any questions about Integrated Research, MA Financial Group, or even Gold Road, I'd love to hear your thoughts. So leave your thoughts in the comment section of this video. Otherwise, I'm not a financial advisor. If you do need financial advice, make sure you seek out someone who is qualified and can speak to your own financial needs. That's it for this video. Have a good day. Bye.